The UN's COP28 climate summit's draft agreement fell short of including a fossil fuel phase-out. Last-minute negotiations will continue with just one day until the summit comes to a close. Eun-jin reports.
On Monday, a new draft of the COP28 agreement was published by the summit president, the United Arab Emirates. It proposed various options and called for reducing the production and consumption of fossil fuels, but the draft did not use the words phase out as seen in previous agreements. An earlier draft on Friday had included phase out, something climate campaigners, low-lying island states and the European Union have been advocating for. But the latest draft calls for reducing the consumption and production of fossil fuels in a just, orderly, and equitable manner so as to achieve net zero by, before, or around 2050 in keeping with the science. It also provides 8 options that countries could use to cut emissions, including tripling renewable energy capacity by 2030 and scaling up technologies to capture CO2 emissions. And on the conference's final day on Tuesday, this year's president emphasized that there's still much to do and no time to waste.
We must still close many gaps. We don't have time to waste. We must deliver an outcome that respects the science and that keeps 1.5 within reach.
A new draft document is expected early on Tuesday, which would leave little time for further disagreement ahead of the scheduled close of the conference at 11 a.m. local time. Deals at UN climate summits must be passed by consensus by the nearly 200 countries present. According to Reuters, sources familiar with the discussions said the United Arab Emirates had come under pressure from Saudi Arabia to drop any mention of fossil fuels from the text. Saudi Arabia is the de facto leader of the OPEC oil producers group, of which the UAE is a member. Despite the rapid growth of renewable energy use, around 80% of the world's energy is produced using fossil fuels. Eun-jin, Arirang News.